All right, y'all. Ren. I've watched all the episodes leading up to Starry Night. I have to say it. I don't know how many reactors are gonna say it. Let's do it this way. Let's break it down like this. One, Ren, thank you for amazing long form content. That's one. Two, way to hold a mirror up to society and be like, you idiots. Look what you're doing. Just you idiots. While comically giving relief and also telling the story that all of your tales have been leading to, all at the same time, and creating a series which leads into the ultimate whatever this is. I don't know if this is the ending. I don't know, because I haven't watched Starry Night yet. The first time I watch Starry Night is going to be with you right here, right now. But leading up to Starry Night and bringing back holding people to the edge of their seats, bringing back just excitement, man. Like not being able to wait. You know what I mean? Like, man, I can't wait to see what's next. And way to like the one thing that touches me in the heart, pause. One thing that I loved was putting Knox Hill in the mix, but the way he did it, right? Like it wasn't just like a cameo. It wasn't just like, hey, look, it's Knox Hill. Knox Hill was playing the part in this series. Knox Hill was playing the part of a tastemaker, a DJ. And I think that Ren attributes reactions to that if they're done well. And I love seeing that as a reactor that I mean, make no mistake, my goal is I'm trying to grow to be Knox Hill level. I think that was the coolest, like just the coolest thing on earth, bro, because we get and it's largely due to the fact that there's a lot of reactors out here that suck, bro. There's a lot of reactors out here that aren't good at tastemaking or breaking down music and I pray that I'm good enough to make it to that level one day. Either way, that's my dream. I aspire to do so. And by seeing Knox in these videos in that way, while Ren is also premiering new music, like in commercial form, this was just one of the coolest series of events I've seen in a very long time. And it made everyone that watched these, I can speak for you too. I know because I watched them too. It made everybody that watched these series, it made everybody more excited about Starry Night than they even were to begin with. And I was already excited. So if y'all are ready to get into this new Starry Night, Vincent's Tale, let's get into it. But before we do, please make sure you smash the like button and smash the subscribe button for your boy so that I can make it to that Knox Hill level one day. You feel me? But please, that does help the channel propel. It helps it grow, helps me get into the algorithm. And I appreciate my renegades, man. Y'all know I do. So if y'all are ready to get into it, let's do it. This is Ren, Vincent's Tale, Starry Night, right here, baby. This is going to be great. First time reactions to Ren are always great. Because y'all are always letting me know in the comments what I did wrong, what I got wrong, what I said right. But y'all rock with me, man, and I appreciate y'all for it. So just keep that in mind. This is my first time. I don't know. Sometimes you got to think about things with Ren. Most of the time, you got to really think about things with Ren. But I'm excited for this, man. Shout out to Ren, maybe the greatest artist of our generation, if I'm not, fluffing. He's just all around, musically, instrumentally, lyrically, uh sing-songally, melody wise, videography, production. Jeez, bro, like wow. All right, let's go. So up until this point, he's been sentenced for his crime. He met a buddy. Hey. Hey. Hold up. Hold up. Way to captivate. Also, just like I feel like Ren must have been locked up at some point, because that beat is very prison-like, jail-like. Like when you're locked up, that's the kind of beats that you get, man. It's soul inspired. All right, let's go. Sorry. Oh, he about to tear this up, dog. Come on. Get him.
How do I begin? Wait a minute, I know. Step 1, I repent. Step 2, let me go. No, 3, maybe I show you remorse for my crime. Fuck that, let me speak my mind. So allow.
Love this. Love the setting it up. Love, and it's making more sense out of everything that came to this point. If you go back and watch all of the series that came, that like, night 1, night 2, night 3, the leading up to this makes all the sense in the world. All right, let's go.
Maybe I show you remorse for my crime. Fuck that, let me speak my mind.
Let's go.
So allow me to introduce myself to your manifestation of everybody in this room. Ever felt discarded by a system that's regarded to be something for the people, but the people disregarded, it's retarded. Putting all the power in the palms of the heartless. Lions don't care when chewing on carcass. Homeless levels rise and the politicians pardon. Slave labour wage docking pay for the farmers. Britain, Great Britain, no, you're a slave. Great Britain, tax bracket rise, grow. Give a tax break for a suit and tie on the low. Well, the everyday people getting fucked till they broke, so let me unload, I'm on a roll. I never vote, big in the polls, Britain the road, who to control when there is no food in the bowl. It's a low blow, representatives don't show empathy. Plain to see, represent me, no soccer.
He's doing a great job with the rhythm, the flow, the pocket that he chose here, the beat within itself. I love all of this. I love his rapping skill set here as well. But more importantly, I love, like, man, I feel like I hope that before you watch my reaction, you watched his series. That's what I hope, because we're going to talk about it and how it wraps into it. Like, what he was showing in the series was just like how disregarded you are in society, whether you think you're important or not, how disregarded you are in society when these upper echelons are pulling the strings and they're the ones. So like he's saying, like, the reason for what happened and the reason for him being here was because he was like deliriously tired, got a little bit too tipsy, got a little bit too drunk or whatever, and ended up in an altercation that he may not have been in if he wasn't like dunzoed by the way the system works. You know what I mean? And he's kind of backing that up with these lyrics. It's very much, listen, man, like, we can say what we want to say. We can do what we want to do. At the end of the day, the lions don't really listen or care or pay attention to while they're eating the carcass, bro. Like, they're too busy feasting to even have a penny for a thought about what we're feeling in here. You know what I mean? And make no mistake, like, being locked up, that is the lowest of the low. You're stripped from every right that you have. You never realize how, and I don't even know about the UK, but in America, like, you never really realize how important your rights are to you until you're stripped from them like an animal and you're locked in a cage like you're in a zoo. Like, it does put you into a different mindset. So I appreciate him being able to visibly put this mindset up. Like, that's real. You know what I mean?
Low representatives don't show empathy. Plain to see, represent me, no soccer. Britons break backs just for bread and butter. Fuck the PM, did they stutter? hotter. In the PM, there'll be bodies in the gutter. Blood-stained hands, milk our poor land's udder. 9 to 5, can't survive away just to work in a job that can't provide. It's by.
And whether you want to be like on the right or the left in your take on all of this, it matters none. Like if you're a 9 to 5 worker, even if it like I make good money, you know what I mean? I have a good life. But in order for me to have the life that I want for my wife and my kids, I got to be away from them 60 hours a week. You know what I mean? I see my girls and my wife for like maybe an hour a day. My wife for an hour, my girls probably 15, 20 minutes a day until the weekend gets around. And a lot of times I'm taking up extra shifts on the weekend just to make sure we're floatable and comfortable. You know what I mean? So even if you're doing well in society and you're doing well on paper, there's still a feeling of like, man, some of you people up there don't even got to work. Like, who am I slaving away for? Like, who, like, you know what I mean? All of those thoughts start coming into play, whether you make a ton of money or don't make a lot of money or whatever. Like, if you work a 9 to 5, if you work a job and you're working for somebody else, you're gonna have that mentality of like, what would you do without me? Just replace me. But I need you in order to survive and live the life that I want to live. And there is a feeling of disgust that comes along with that, right? Just want to make sure we're all on the same page there. Cause I feel this.
9 to 5, can't survive away just to work in a job that can't provide. It's by design, my hands are tied. I climb that, on this that. How the fuck can I pretend it's fine? The water is never wine. A pig steps to the slaughter before your eyes. It's for the new.
Listen to this beat.
Except our minds, court of law, a horse who will bend for bribe. All the while, people watch reality TV, sleep easy, wake and repeat the cycle. Are you taking the Michael? Better beat it though. City full of sheep tweeting on the social media.
Snapping, bro. And he puts all of that in the series that leads up to this, the reality TV, the different mindsets and the different analogies that we idolize is like it's a team ideology, bro. So it's like, you know, if you feel like you relate to this person more because of what they insinuate and what they pretend that they are on the internet or online or on TV or whatever you want to say, like the more that you identify with that person and relate to that person, the more susceptible you are to their propaganda. So if you feel like I'm hip hop to the core, right? So if I feel like somebody is speaking on politics and I don't know nothing about the politics, but I feel them because they love hip hop, and you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna have this ideology between me and him where I understand him better, so I feel like I'm a part of his team. And then with stuff that I don't even necessarily agree with, and I don't care who you are, you all do it. It's something that I might not necessarily even agree with, but in the moment of that exchange, I'm going to agree because I feel like it's the right thing to say based on what my team makes me feel. You get what I'm saying? So putting all of this on blast, like holding that mirror up to society, like what's wrong with y'all, bro? Like there was a girl that was talking, they were showcasing like this podcast of like essentially like a conservative versus a liberal's thoughts on what should happen to Vincent. And then there was like this blonde girl that had like this ideology of like it's all vibes, and like he's holding a mirror up making fun of it, but at the same time that's very, very real in today's society. That's what it is. So, like, in order for us to really enact change, we're going to first have to let down this team ideology that we all have and call right, right, and wrong, wrong, no matter what side of the fence you stand on. And I think that that's important to let your guard down to the point where you can call out when you feel like something isn't right instead of being afraid to let your team down if you say the wrong thing.
Tabloid twisting, taking the mic, who better beat it though. City full of sheep tweeting on the social media. Tabloid twisting tales and it's causing mass hysteria. Polarize the people, never by the hand that's feeding you. When it comes to war, they'll be calling for you, needing you. Fighting for a cause that wasn't yours, then leaving you. Hyperpolarizing the left and the right. Are you woke? Are you racist? Black? Are you white? Are you all for the Brexit? Make a swift exit. The NHS rots, where was tax directed? Look, there goes another fucking puppet elected. Dance, little puppet dance for the neglected. Impunity from true flies come to be expected. Sever head of Hydra, two parties resurrected.
This is crazy. This is so hard, bro. And I'm with him. I'm with him. I'm with him. Let's get into Act 2.
am the malevolent, degenerate delegate. Incarcerate the truth, keep it separate. The fabric of society is delicate. They don't want me in the room, I'm the elephant. Let's
They don't want me in the room. I'm the elephant. I'm the delicate. You want the truth, keep it separate. That goes into what I was just talking about with the team ideology. Like, truthfully, I don't like this. For instance, I'm a Christian. I don't support child deletions. That doesn't mean that I identify with everything conservative. That's my faith. That's predicated. That's precedented in my faith and in my structure, in my day by day, the way that I live my life. I don't know if I ain't never apologetic for my faith, but if you're new to the channel and you don't know anything about me, you need to get to learn a little bit about me before you start making your mind up on stuff. But that's even sad that I feel like I got to say that just because of this one opinion that I have, or this one sense of feel that I have. Because of that, you will wrap me into this team ideology that I don't participate in. You get what I'm saying? And that's the danger of it. Like, I hate to say it, but conservatives, even though I have a lot of conservative views and I lean conservative and it's precedented in my faith, doesn't mean that I don't agree with the liberal state about a lot of stuff too. So my ideology is like, I don't want to play for neither one of your teams. I play for the team of Jesus, and I can't be swayed or knocked off of that horse. But even within that realm, LBTV community person might feel like I hate them just because of that, and that's not true. I love you. I want what's best for you. In my opinion, I think that your relationship between you and Jesus is between you and Jesus. Whether you believe in Jesus or don't believe in Jesus, I will tell you that I think Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, and the only way to get to God is through him, but I ain't going to judge you. You know what I mean? It's not my business. I've done enough wrong in my life to where I don't have no room to judge nobody. So I don't know, man. I think that people are wrapping up all of their importance into this team network where we're so divided and so split. Meanwhile, the lion is eating that carcass. That's facts. That's facts, y'all. I love this. Shout out to Ren.
The fabric of society is delicate. They don't want me in the room, I'm the elephant. Let's go. I guess I was fucked from the get-go. Wrong place and wrong time, guess so. Wrong planet, wrong mind. Guess you could say I was destined to break, because I get no satisfaction. I roll stoned. ETAs with ET, I phone home. ETC, don't blink, life is gone. Time don't wait, the show must go on. In London underground, come rain and thunder. Junkies, drunks and punks stung by the hunger. God is good until life push you under. One by one become cold like the tundra. One by one cast out like pariah. Sever heaven body, so body bow to Messiah. Boy cry wolf, everybody soon expire.
Run, little liar.
That was fire. I feel like Ad 3's about to get into it. But I want to add one more thing to what I was saying, right? Because I'm talking to you guys about my ideology, about my precedent in faith, right? So if the church does something wrong, even further, like if the church does something wrong, like what the priests were doing with little boys, or like, you know what I'm saying, whatever it may be, I can't be afraid to call that out. I got to be truthful about it. That is wrong, even though I play for this team. And I got to tell you guys, the church and my team has been letting our team down for years. But ultimately, the prize is Christ, not the church. The church is where you're supposed to go to get healing when you're sick, and it's where you're supposed to go to get accountability held in worship and sanction with your brothers and sisters in Christ. And a lot of churches have gone astray from that. So I'm not trying to make this a Christian talk, but it's important that I realize that. So when somebody says like, well, what about the church doing this, this, and that, we can have a truthful conversation about it. And I'm not defensive. Oh man, this is so hard, bro. Come on, Ren. Yeah. This videography is insane, man. Production is insane. I'm So excited. I don't know where we're going, but I'm so excited. I know y'all are excited too, bro. Let's get it.
There's no democracy. Democracy ain't corporate lobby free for all. Democracy ain't rich boys, silver spoon seniors. Democracy ain't eating up a lie, then forgiving you. Democracy ain't choosing between herpes or chlamydia. Democracy, hypocrisy, a synonym entwined. Take a baby, then deliver him, position him in line, and then imprison him, condition him in school to make him blind. After they christen him, the Father, Son, the ghost, but not the mind. We are divine, we lose potential when we gravitate to greed. We are benign, we turn to cancer when we take more than we need. We are designed to be magnificent, we waste that when we walk. A starry night, the plight of Vincent inside cell block 44. I fought a war inside myself, the war of every working man. A war of what's and why's and how's, and when's the time to take a stand? And who's the one to put me in my place? You, or is it God? It's compliance, staying silent. If defiance comes from love, I come from love. I come from hope, I come from truth, I come from trust. I am the last remaining push inside a world that turns to dust. Against the people so determined all to die. And for what? Love of power, love of money, love of ego, love of lust. What about love for the sake of love? What about really loving us? But I mean really loving us. That means that I, the me, myself is you, and so we're we in one. And there's never separation while we're moving round the sun. For the cell of every sentient, it shares a single song. And that's the song of sweet creation. Do you hear the minstrel strong? For there's more to music, life is music, music is the tongue. In the mouth of Mother Earth, and her heart beating is the drum. Hear it, hear it, hear it. That's that thunder in your chest that lets you know that you belong. We are one, we are one, we are free to one song. Something better, better yet reset so we can all live on.
I gotta stop for a minute. I love that. That was so intriguing. I didn't even want to stop, man. I think I feel like Act 3 was about passion, aggression, and like, but for the sake of opening your heart, not for the sake of destroying. Like it's like like we're at the point where we're about to destroy each other if we can't open our hearts and let each other in. And I've been preaching, I'm very passionate about this. I've been preaching this on my channel since the election. My channel's only been around for like a year and a half, almost 2 years, but I've been preaching about this since the election. Like, let's not forget that with this shift to embrace and to welcome and to forgive and to love your neighbor. It's real simplistic. Love your neighbor as yourself. Love your God. I think that's the way, bro. That's the way. And I'm passionate about it too. So I really dug this. I thought this was super dope, man. And like lyrically, this is a dynamite package. I love this record. I love this record. This is one of those Ram records and the Tale records, which I can cruise to. I can play this in the car.
Vincent! Vincent! Okay.
And see, you got to check out the series to even know who this is. But this doctor was essentially a part of that podcast I was talking about where they were all talking about what they could do. And this doctor was essentially like, listen, you talk about punishment. You talking about, if somebody commits a crime, punish them for that crime without realizing where that crime came from. But you wouldn't like arrest a lamp if the light flickered. You need to change the light bulb, which is insinuating that he wants to experiment with people's minds and stuff like that. So now we're in the insinuation that Vincent's mind has been altered or messed with.
Good, he's waking up. Vincent, dear boy, I can feel your frustration, but you're in very safe hands here now, please be patient. You see, we are the cutting edge rehabilitation. Don't you feel so excited for this new innovation? Not a guards, what the fuck, man, I think I wanna leave. Oh, leave? I'm afraid that's impossible, see? You see, we're part of a new program, it's a government scheme. We're making gentlemen from criminals, and that's what you'll be. With a brand new method, the sort of trials and tests. Like our good godson, you'll be resurrected. What the fuck you on about? What kind of brand new method? Well, we take the frontal lobe and we kind of dissect it. With your synapse augmented with our new serum injected, it's aims to recorrect the parts of you we know are defective. There'll be discomfort in your cerebellum, that is expected. Hey, if progress wants a price, let it. Guards, this one will do. Yes, this one's fine. Take him away.
So even when you wake up, get enacted, and you feel this sense of, you almost get a sense of like, I feel like if I can make people understand this, get people to huddle together and create like something that goes against all of this, but in peace, patience, love, and kindness, and but still have that aggression and that passion, I feel like we can break through. We can make it through. And then you have that leader, right? That leader that creates a new pattern and a new way of success and a way out of the madness that we're a part of. And then, those are just like what happened with Vincent. Sometimes the unexpected happens, you end up getting in trouble, right? And you have all of these thoughts when you're in your downtime and alone time, and then you kind of begin to start a revolution of sorts. And then a doctor comes and messes with your mentality and changes the way that you think, which also goes back into the plan of the lion, which is still just busy eating that carcass. So fire, bro. This is so fire. The story of Vincent will never end, bro. That was so good, bro. So good. My favorite one yet. That was my favorite one yet, bro. That was so good because of the lead up to it. Really, the series is really what, he's so intelligent, man, because as an artist, you have a picture you're trying to paint and people guess what the picture is. That's my job, is to guess what the picture is about and what gave you the inspiration to create said picture. So a lot of times as reactors or reviewers or breakdown people, whatever you want to call us, we will look at the picture and we will try to decipher with relatability how they created this picture. And he gave you this series of leading up to this video, which really showed you how he was painting the picture, which made it even the more relatable. I love this. I thought this was incredible. I love the way that it ended. I love the back and forth between him and the doctor in that moment. And just, I mean, I could talk all day about like his skills as a rapper, his skills as a musician and an artist, but ultimately what I want to focus on, because I think this is what he wants the world to focus on after hearing this, is the message, right? And the message, I think, is very simple. We're on a hamster wheel. And even the people that know we're on a hamster wheel continue to play a part in running on that wheel because it's comfortable. You're afraid to get out of your comfort zone. You're afraid to get uncomfortable. You're afraid to stand against your team. You're afraid of what your team might say if you disagree. You're afraid of losing friends. You're afraid of losing family. Get off the hamster wheel. Talk about what you think is right. And something new has to occur in order for us to find peace and structure and have that love that we have for humanity again. It's just facts. It's just facts. You can hate it, you can stomp about it, you can be mad about it, but at the end of the day, the only way forward is forgiveness, passion, grace, and patience. You know, patience in your brothers and sisters while you try to figure out a way to move forward, which benefits everybody, because that's what we're about in America, especially. So I love this. I think this has an amazing message. I think it paints an amazing picture. I don't care if this is a 30-minute reaction. This was amazing. All in all, from the first night until now, and then it to be continued at the end of it. I just think that this dude is a genius. He's a genius level creative, and dare I say, the greatest of our generation. That's 100. Shout out to Ren. I loved it. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. And hellaciously relate to it. Shout out to Knox Hill as well, man. Good for you, bro. Good for you. That's a masterpiece you were a part of. All right. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit like and subscribe on your way out. I will link my Rim playlist right here in case you're new to the channel and want to see some other Rim reactions. Much love. I will see y'all on the next one. All right. Peace.